Good morning, dear students. Yesterday we take resolution of vectors, 3D resolution of vector. You have to understand that topic very clearly. Okay. Now today we take multiplication of vectors. Here we take multiplication of any vector with another vector. If we multiply any vector with any number, then there is normal multiplication. Like that, if there is a vector, that a vector is 5i cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. If this vector is multiplied with any number 5, then 5a vector is 25i cap minus 10j cap plus 15k cap. Okay, then this becomes another vector b vector. Direction of a vector and b vector are same, but the magnitude of b vector is 5 times of magnitude of a vector. This is normal multiplication. But when we multiply any vector with another vector, means there are two vectors, a vector and b vector are there, then we can multiply these vectors by two types. There are two types of vector multiplication. Number one, dot product or scalar product. Number two, cross product or vector product. First we take this dot product or scalar product. First we take dot product or scalar product. Okay. So vector multiplication is two types. In this vector multiplication, we multiply two vector quantities. We don't multiply any number with vector quantities. वो कोई टाइप्स ऑफ वेक्टर में नहीं आएगा. टाइप्स ऑफ वेक्टर में कौन आएगा? जब हम एक वेक्टर को दूसरे वेक्टर से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे. And this vector multiplication are two types. Number one, dot product or scalar product. First we take dot product, or it is also known as scalar product. Scalar product. Okay. What is the formula of dot product or scalar product? The formula is a vector dot b vector equal to a b cos theta. This is the formula for dot product. We have to learn this formula. A is first vector, a vector is first vector, b vector is second vector. And here we have to dot product of these two vectors. Then what is the value of dot product of two vectors? Number is equal to value of dot product of two vectors are equal to the multiplication of magnitude of first vector, means a vector, magnitude of second vector, means b vector, and multiplication of these two vectors with the cosine angle between the vectors. So dot products of two vectors are equal to multiplication of a b cos theta. Here a is the magnitude of first vector, a vector, b is the magnitude of second vector, b vector, and theta is the angle between a vector and b vector. Here we take cos theta, means cosine angle of that theta, or angle between a and b. Okay. Why we say this scalar product? The reason is when we take dot product or scalar product of two vectors, then we got a scalar quantity. This a b cos theta is a number. It is a scalar quantity. It does not have any direction. So this is called scalar product. We use dot between two vectors when we write dot product or scalar product. So it is also known as dot product. Okay. So we have to learn this formula, that what is a vector dot b vector. A vector dot b vector equal to a b cos theta. Okay, dear students. Next is some important things about this vector multiplication. डॉट प्रोडक्ट और स्केलर प्रोडक्ट के बारे में कुछ और हम इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स अब आगे लेंगे। देखिए जो पहला पॉइंट इसमें ले रखा है वो आप देखिए, जो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इसमें लिया हुआ है वो है यहाँ पर कि ए इज 0, ए कैपिटल ए लेते हैं और बी इज 0, इन दोनों में से कोई भी एक 0 है या दोनों 0 है तो ए डॉट बी कितना आएगा, 0 ही आएगा। या तो ए 0 है या बी 0 है, चाहे थीटा की वैल्यू कुछ भी हो, थीटा है एनी वैल्यू, इफ ए इज 0 और बी इज 0 देन ए डॉट बी इज आल्सो 0। ये थीटा पे कोई बात डिपेंड नहीं करेगी। नंबर अगला जो पॉइंट गिवन है वो बता रखा है कि डॉट प्रोडक्ट जब आप टू वेक्टर क्वांटिटीज का करेंगे देन वी गोट स्केलर क्वांटिटी, बिल्कुल स्केलर क्वांटिटी मिलेगी, मैंने बता दिया आपको। व्हेन वी डू डॉट प्रोडक्ट ऑफ टू वेक्टर्स देन वी गोट स्केलर क्वांटिटी। ओके, ठीक बात है। नंबर थर्ड पॉइंट गिवन है इफ थीटा इक्वल टू 0, इफ थीटा इक्वल टू 0 देन इन नोट्स स्मॉल लेटर्स यूज किए हुए, स्मॉल लेटर्स यूज कर लीजिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ए वेक्टर डॉट बी वेक्टर इक्वल टू मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ ए मल्टीप्लाई विद मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ बी। यहां पर आएगा cos 0 बिकॉज वी टेक एंगल बिटवीन ए एंड बी आर 0, then cos 0 becomes 1, then we can write a into b. A is the magnitude of a vector and b is the magnitude of b vector. If the angle between a and b becomes 90 degree, next case, okay, if angle between a vector and b vector are 90 degree then it becomes a b cos 90. And what is the value of cos 90? Value of cos 90 is 0, so it becomes 0. This is very important condition. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other, means perpendicular to each other means what is the angle between these two vectors? That is 90 degree. When angle between two vectors are 90 degree then dot product of that vectors becomes 0. When angle between two vectors are 90 degree, two vectors are perpendicular to each other, then a dot b becomes 0. If theta angle between two vectors are 180 degree, we know that what is the value of cos 180? Cos 90 value 0 and value of cos 180 is minus 1. If two vectors a vector and b vector and angle between them are 180 degree and cos 180 degree is minus 1, then minus ab. Okay, we also know that if two vectors a vectors and b vector के बीच के एंगल कितना हो सकता है? The value of the angle between two vectors are between 0 to 180 degree. Two lines हैं. If we draw two vectors, two lines, then the angle between two lines is minimum value is 0. Both are parallel and maximum value is 180. Anti-parallel. Okay. 0 to 90. We are in first quadrant and in first quadrant all trigonometric values are positive, means cos theta is also positive in first quadrant. But in second quadrant from 90 to 180 cos theta becomes negative. So if the angle between two vectors are greater than 90 degree, angle theta is greater than 90 degree, ऐसे लिख लीजिए चाहे ऐसे लिख लीजिए, एक ही बात है। If angle theta between two vectors are greater than 90 degree, then a dot b is magnitude of a, magnitude of b and cos theta. In this condition, when theta is greater than 90 degree, this cos theta is negative, but a and b are positive. Magnitude of vector never be negative. किसी भी वेक्टर का जो मैग्नीट्यूड है वो कभी भी नेगेटिव नहीं होता है। जब ये किसी भी वेक्टर का जो वेक्टर है उसका जो मैग्नीट्यूड है वो नेगेटिव नहीं होता है, तो ये तो हमेशा पॉजिटिव आएंगे। बट ये कैसा बता रहा हूं मैं आपको कि नेगेटिव आ गया है, कब आएगा नेगेटिव, व्हेन थीटा इज ग्रेटर देन 90 डिग्री ऑब्ट्यूज एंगल। तो if two vectors have obtuse angle then a dot b is negative. If two vectors have acute angle then a dot b is positive. If two vectors have angle 0 degree then a dot b equal to multiplication of their magnitude a and b. If two vectors have angle 90 degree then a dot b is 0. Very important condition. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other then the a dot b becomes 0. If two vectors have angle 180 degree then a dot b equal to minus ab. These all conditions are given in notes. You have to write down these notes in your notebook. So today we take dot product or scalar product of two vectors. This is the formula. We can also write this formula like that in notes. It is written as a vector dot b vector equal to a b cos theta. ये जो आपको मिलेगा वो क्या होगा, नंबर, स्केलर क्वांटिटी. So it is called scalar product. We represent scalar product by the dot between two given vectors. So it is also called dot product. A dot b is 0 when theta equal to 90 degree. Or if a is 0 or b is 0 then also a dot b is 0. But a is not 0, b is not 0 and a dot b is 0 means the angle between given two vectors are 90 degree. So it is the condition for perpendicular होने पर when condition for perpendicular of two vectors. If two vectors are perpendicular to each other then what is the angle between these two vectors? Then angle between given these two vectors are 90 degree if the dot product of given vectors are 0. Okay, all conditions are given in the notes. You have to write down these all conditions. Okay dear students, thank you.